Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, the fastest way to see the plain sight truth or the inner truth is by working on the attachment. And no doubt, everyone is attached to certain things in life. And the reason to attach to certain stuff is because that particular stuff is providing comfort, safety, security, fun. And who doesn't want the comfort and fun? Everybody wants that, isn't it? Because in the past, we have experienced the struggle, experienced the pain in life. And the feeling of pain and struggle is not a good feeling. And because of the past experience, we have this idea that I don't want to go through this again. And when we see something is providing us comfort, fun, security, we naturally connect to that and we attach to that. Take a look at yourself and ask yourself, isn't that true? You ask yourself, am I attached to certain things in my life? And the answer is 100% yes. You are attached to not just one thing, more than one thing. Every aspect of life you are attached to. Every particular stuff is providing you certain flow that aligns with your preference. And when we start to be part of the spiritual path, we're supposed to work on our attachment to dissolve the attachment. But what happens when we start to be part of the spiritual practice? We start to look for self-improvement. We add on to our attachment. The spiritual practice has become another attachment as well, isn't it? In the spiritual world, you see the mental reference, the positive references, you can see the perspective. And also you can get the tools to make your life better. Example is yoga, meditation is a helpful tool. It supports your life. And you see the support because you have seen the result by being part of yoga and meditation. You have seen sudden shift. And by seeing the good result, positive result, you are attached to yoga and meditation. And you are attached to it to improve yourself, improve your body, improve your mind. You're refining. The refinement is definitely there from yoga and meditation. And while we being part of the refinement, we don't even see that we have already attached to yoga and meditation. Now, we can let go the yoga and meditation. Isn't it? The spiritual practice we are aligned right now is for self-improvement. And the real spiritual path is about self-destruction. Destroying the self. Self is the ego. And the reason right now to involve in a spiritual practice, the spiritual world is about improving the self. And this is where we have already diverted from the real message of spirituality. The real message of spirituality is about dissolving, not refining. Refinement will come after seeing the truth. But without seeing the truth, we're working on a refining. It's simply a copy and paste from someone's experience. And from that, the inner turmoil, the fear, won't dissolve. Yes, definitely the momentary freedom is there, but there is no absolute freedom from the mind. There's no absolute freedom from the fear. Why? Because we have missed the message of the spirituality, and we have denied the actual path by getting distracted with the self-improvement path. And right now, instead of letting go, instead of detaching ourselves from everything in life, we are inviting more stuff in our life, and we are attached to everything, pretty much everything. Definitely, the life outside is a refinement, it's an upgrade. You align with what works in the world to make things for yourself, for your surrounding, right? It's refinement. But when it comes to spiritual freedom, it's not about refining. It's not about adding more layers. It's about working on the root cause of the struggle and dissolving the root. And the root is the attachment. And that we are attached to certain things is because of the fear. Fear of not having enough. Fear of losing. Fear of being nobody. Fear of death. Fear of not having fun. So, the reason for attachment is the fear. And ultimately, the fear leads to the fear of death. If you have nothing, then there's a struggle, there's a pain, and with the struggle and pain, it leads to the death. Now, some of you will say that I'm not afraid to die. But there's a difference between the ultimate death, the physical death, and the death of the ego. And a spiritual journey is about dying in the ego. And that the death of the ego comes from investigating the attachment. The attachment itself is the ego's game. And all this game is coming from the place of the experience of struggle and pain. Struggle and pain makes us this idea of, I don't want to go through that. So we naturally again attach. And attachment is not knowing and seeing the truth. And when the truth is missing, the whole life is happening from the ego's point of view. And basically, the ego is the illusion. So, to be free from the mind, to be free from the fear, we must work on our attachment. Again, working on the attachment is a straightforward journey to see the plain sight truth. When you see the plain sight truth, by moving backward, tracing back your attachment to figure out the root of the attachment, and also tracing back the root until there's nothing is left, that journey backward will make you aware of your mind, aware of the how the world is moving, how the world is functioning. It teaches you how to be part of the world as well after finishing your inward journey. By the way, the inward journey ends. And when we end the inward journey by seeing the truth, the outward journey is easy. It is easy in a way that there's no fear in your life. There's no conflict in your life. You see things as it is and you move along, and that's it. How to get to that point of ease and fearless sense of self is by, again, working on the attachment. So investigate on that today. See how much attachment you have in your life. Ask yourself, why do I have all this attachment? What's the reason to attach to all these layers? Figure it out. This is the fastest way to wake up to the inner truth, or truth of who you are. Once you realize who you are, life flows the way it's supposed to flow. Okay, hope this video makes sense to you to some extent, I hope. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.